there YouTube, Creeposaurian here, and today what we're going to be doing is that I'm going to be showing you a little quirky deck that I built because I was bored and I wanted to utilize Exodia because Premium Gold came out a while back, and I don't have any of the pieces for this deck. I might have a couple of them, but I built it on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro and it was a lot of fun. Again, it doesn't win you a lot of matches or anything, or it all depends, but it's just funny to see how you can easily get into all the pieces or almost get into all the pieces and still even win without getting all the pieces just because of all the craziness that you put in here. So let me get right into the deck profile here. So obviously you run every single piece of Exodia. The legs, the arms, and the head. But the head is the hardest part to get. I've tested it in a couple different ways, and he's always been the hardest part to get. And I've tried to build a deck around a way to get that easily, along with getting these pieces very easily. And a lot of the times you'll draw into a couple of them or draw into one, making it a lot easier to get into the rest of them. The way I work that out with these pieces, the normal monster pieces, is by running Emissary of Afterlife. This allows you to, when he's sent from the field to the graveyard, by any way, it doesn't matter if it's by card effect or by anything pretty much, you and your opponent both get to add one level 3 or lower normal monster from your deck. And then, showing it or whatever, then you shuffle the decks. Normal thing after you search or whatever. So run 3 of that, because that gives you access to at least 3 of your normal Exodia pieces, and they're all level 3 or lower, so that's fantastic. That card's excellent for this deck, and it makes it run a little bit quicker. And you're going to set it every time, and stuff like that, so it doesn't matter if it gets destroyed. And you're obviously going to have strong back row set, and even then you have a lot of draw power in this deck, and a lot of defense. Next up, we run 3 Marshmallow, obviously, to, stall for time, to draw into your other pieces for Exodia, and being able to have a face-up defense position monster, which they cannot destroy, and also to take 1,000 damage when this card is flipped face-up. Doing Marshmallow is just stupid. It's this funny little monster that, obviously, flip up. When they attack into it, they take 1,000, and you get a free monster to defend you for a couple turns, because they don't know what to do with it, other than getting around it with, something stupid, which I don't have any examples for you right now, because it's kind of late, and I'm uploading this video very late, because I got busy today, and I'm not going to get into that right now. 3 Battle Fader, obvious, to defend yourself from having, no field sometimes, so you want to be able to defend yourself, so 3 Battle Fader, which is completely broken, just being able to know. But if you're going up against Cyber Dragons, there is a problem when he goes out for Cyber Dragon Infinity. But other than that, I've had pretty good statistics with getting him out and just stopping it, so you can get into other stuff like Marshmallow and Emissary of Afterlife. One of the easiest parts of getting into your Exodia, the Forbidden One, is I've used Gold Sarcophagus, one of the ways to get him, so I'll wait 2 turns, and then get him. So it gives you a quick way to get into it. Obviously, that's limited as well. Also making it a little bit harder to get into him again. Another way that I've gotten around that is using Spellbook Star Hall. I've mixed in a little bit of a Spellbook engine here to make it run a little bit quicker, to give me a little bit more time to get into him, and some of my other pieces if I don't have them. It pretty much allows you to search out for a spellcaster, and since every single piece of Exodia, except for Exodia, the Forbidden One himself, are all level 1, as long as you get 1 counter on your Spellbook Star Hall, and then you MST it, you pretty much just get a free piece of Exodia, except for him, which you would have to build up, but you don't usually use that to get him. You usually draw into him or use Gold Sarcophagus. Your Grim Book of Spell and or Spellbook of Secrets is the way you would draw into your Spellbook Star Hall, or your, most of the time, Spellbook Organization, which allows you to reorder the top 3 cards of your deck. And then, your opponent cannot look at the cards and everything, but being able to reorder them and being able to sometimes stack your Exodia pieces so you can draw into them is really, really nice, and I like it. So the next cards are Magical Stone Excavation. It's just pretty much to cycle cards for the Spellbook Star Hall, or being able to cycle one of these 6 draw power cards, 3 upstarts, and 3 draw muscle. Upstart, everyone knows it does, and I don't know if everybody knows what draw muscle does, but it's as long as I control face-up defense position monster, as long as it has 1,000 or less defense, I get to draw 1 card. So I have to target it, and then I have to, not have to, but I can draw for it. And also, if it's set, I can chain it to effects and stuff like that, because it's quick play, which is also really, really nice. Because sometimes my opponent will attack into it, I can activate it, chain, draw something, and sometimes it will be a Battle Fader, which is also really, really nice. Or a Marshmallow, and or an Emissary of Afterlife. Really, really helpful in the deck, being able to run this, because a lot of the time you'll have a face-up Marshmallow, it'll be there for a couple turns, and you'll most likely draw into one of these. And again, Spellbook of Organization, just being able to stack 3 cards is really, really nice. MST for your Spellbook Star Hall, or, popping your opponent's back row, depending on if they have anything dangerous towards you or not. You never know. Or they have some face-up spell that could give them pluses, or give it an advantage over you on this deck. Again, this deck isn't really meta or anything, obviously, because you're playing Exodia Deck. But then again, Exodia was never really consistent. I just wanted to build something to try and make it a little bit quicker to get into them. I know a lot of people have tried this before, and it's not really original, but I wanted to try it my own way and seeing if it would work or not. And it's worked quite well for me. Go ahead if you want to try building it or not, but I'm going to go into the finishing the deck profile, because there is no extra deck or side deck. It's just the main deck, which is a whole bunch of craziness for no apparent reason. Magic Cylinder, obviously, to defend yourself from attacks, and also to deal damage to your opponent if you can't get into every single one of your Exodia pieces. Next one is 2 Mirror Force, again, to get rid of a whole bunch of your opponent's monsters, and to stop attacks. Dimensional Prison, and Draining Shield to give yourself life points to pretty much make yourself untouchable most of the time. And it works quite well in this deck, because giving yourself life points, your opponent cannot attack. Well, they can attack you, but it's pretty much like you gain life points, a couple turns earlier with this card, and then they'll attack you, and they just won't have anything that can just decrease your life points a whole bunch, because you'll pretty much go back to where you started off. Or you'll most likely have one of these, or one of these, or one of these. Which I've read in chats that I've had with people, and they're just like, really, dude? Are you kidding me? And they wonder what I'm playing, and then I'll just flip into all my Exodia pieces, and they don't have a response, because obviously you automatically win, and then they'll just be like, what are you doing? Who plays Exodia? And I'm just like, it's fun. It works, I guess, sort of, not really. But tell me what you guys think of the deck in the comment section below, and tell me what tweaks and stuff that you would do to the deck, because I know there's a lot of stuff that you can do to the deck now. This is just a rough copy. Not really a rough copy, but a beginning version that I'm still molding and stuff. But tell me what you guys think would go in there, or take out, or edit, or whatever to this deck. Or tell me a version that you guys built that I can also try out for myself. And everything. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button as hard as you can, and subscribe to my channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! And gaming videos. And as always, hope you enjoyed.